You've probably seen videos on YouTube where different topics are explained in a simple and easy way. These are called explainer-style videos, and right now, many creators using this style are getting millions of views. For example, one video like this has over 574,000 views, and assuming just a $3 RPM, it has probably made around $2,500 to $3,000. And that's from a single video. Now, you might think this style is outdated or doesn't work anymore, but take a look at this. A channel with just 17 videos has already gained over 20,000 subscribers, and almost every upload gets hundreds of thousands of views. And the best part? Making these videos is actually much easier than you think. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to create them, even if you're a complete beginner. But first, let me show you a few more example channels so you can see how powerful this strategy really is. One channel explains complex tech topics and has gained over 159,000 subscribers with just 20 videos. Another channel focuses on weapons and military content. One is all about esports. Another turns complex technology into simple visual explanations. There's also a channel talking about business, and even one covering animals. Now here's the crazy part. If you pause and look closely, the views on these videos are insane, especially considering how few videos some of these channels have uploaded. So by now, you can clearly see the massive potential of explainer-style videos. But the real question is, how do you actually find the right niche to start your own channel? To make this easier, we created a simple Word file that helps you with everything, from idea generation to thumbnail creation. You can find it in the description, or just type word prompt and I'll send you the link. Now, let's see what you'll learn in this video. I'll show you how to come up with video ideas, generate scripts, collect visuals, create voiceovers, design thumbnails, and finally, edit the video. And the best part, you don't need to spend any money to do this. Let's get started. Okay, I've added all the prompts you need in the document, and you can find it in the video description. Now the first thing you need to do is copy the idea generation prompt from the document and paste it into ChatGPT. Before you send the prompt, you need to choose how many ideas you want ChatGPT to generate. In the prompt, you'll see a placeholder. Just remove that part and type your number. For this example, I'm going to use 2. Once you press enter, ChatGPT will generate different niches for you, and under each niche, it will also generate 2 video ideas. Take a look through the list and pick the niche you like most. You can start making videos in any of these niches. And if you don't like the ideas it gives you, don't worry. Just ask ChatGPT for more niches, and it will generate a fresh batch of ideas for you. For this video, I personally found one of the niches really interesting. I think it has strong viral potential, so that's the one I'm going to use. Now let's turn that idea into a script. Go back to the document and scroll down until you see script generation. Copy the script generation prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. You'll see another placeholder inside the prompt. Remove that placeholder and paste the video idea we just selected. Then hit enter. ChatGPT usually does a really good job here, so in a few seconds it will generate a full explainer-style script for your video. Read through the script and make sure it matches the style you want. If you want a longer video, you can simply tell ChatGPT to expand it. If you like the result, you can keep it exactly as it is. Now that we have the script, the next step is collecting visuals. Go back to the document again and scroll down to Visual Prompt Maker. Copy the full prompt from the document and paste it into ChatGPT. Then scroll down until you see the placeholder section. Remove it and paste your script there. For this video, I'm only using a small part of the script, so I can show you the process more clearly. Now press enter. ChatGPT will break the script into scenes and generate visual prompts for each line. It will usually give you image prompts, video prompts, stock footage suggestions, and even text that you can place on screen during editing. This part is really useful because now you already have almost everything you need to edit the video later. But before we start making the visuals, let's create the thumbnail first. Go back to the document again and scroll down to Thumbnail Prompt. Copy the thumbnail prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. First, add your video idea into the placeholder. Then, if your script has specific characters, creatures, objects, or subjects, copy those from the script and add them manually, one by one, like I did. This part takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it because the thumbnail prompt becomes much more accurate. Once you finish, hit enter. ChatGPT will generate a stronger and more detailed thumbnail prompt for you. Now let's turn the thumbnail prompt into an actual image. For this, I use OpenArt. It's one of the most popular and really powerful AI image tools. I'll leave the link in the description. Once you open the link, it will take you to the dashboard. Now let's create the thumbnail. On the left side, go to Image and click Create Image. That will open the image generation page. Now go back to ChatGPT, copy the thumbnail prompt, and paste it into OpenArt. Next, go to the Model section. OpenArt gives you a lot of different models to choose from. For this example, I'm using Nano Banana 2, but you can test other models too. After that, go to the Output settings. Set the aspect ratio to 16:9, because that works best for YouTube thumbnails. Then choose the resolution. I'm using 2K. Then choose the number of outputs. I usually keep it at 1, but if you want more options, you can generate up to 4. Once everything is ready, click Generate. In about a minute, OpenArt will create your thumbnail. As you can see, the result looks really good. Now that the thumbnail is ready, let's create the visuals for the script. Go back to ChatGPT and scroll up to the visual prompts. Copy the first image prompt from the first line of the script. Then go back to OpenArt, remove the thumbnail prompt, and paste the new image prompt there. For the model, I'm going to keep using Nano Banana 2, the same one we used for the thumbnail. Now click Generate. In about a minute, OpenArt creates the first image for the video. Now go back to ChatGPT again, copy the second image prompt, paste it into OpenArt, and generate again. You just repeat the same process for every image prompt in the script. It's very simple. Copy the prompt, paste it into OpenArt, and generate. Keep doing that until you finish all the images for your script. Once all your images are ready, we can turn them into video. Look at the left sidebar and click Video. That will take you to the video generation page. And in the next step, I'll show you exactly how to animate these images and turn them into a complete explainer video. Now go back to ChatGPT, copy the first video prompt from the first line of the script. Then go back to OpenArt and paste that video prompt into the prompt box. After that, drag the first image you generated earlier and drop it into the upload area. Now go to the output settings. Here you can choose the duration of the video and the video resolution. For this video, I'm using these settings, but you can adjust them depending on the style you want. Once everything is ready, click Generate. OpenArt will take about a minute to create the video, and as you can see, the result looks really good. The image now has movement, which makes the video feel much more engaging. Now let's repeat the same process for the rest of the script. Go back to ChatGPT again and copy the second video prompt. Paste it into OpenArt. Then drag and drop the second image. Click Generate. And that's basically the workflow. You simply repeat the same process for every scene. Copy the video prompt, upload the matching image, and generate the video. Do this until all of your images have been turned into video clips. Once you finish, download all the generated images and videos from OpenArt because we'll need them for editing. Now, before we start editing, there's one more important step. Go back to ChatGPT and look at the visual prompt section again. You'll notice that for each line of the script, ChatGPT also generated stock video suggestions and text overlays. That part is really useful because it helps make the final edit much more dynamic. Based on those stock video suggestions, we need to download some extra footage. For that, you can use Pexels to find free videos and images that match your content. You can also use Pixabay. Just search for the keywords suggested in the visual prompt and download the assets that match each line of your script. For example, if one part of the script talks about great white shark, search white shark related clips. If another part talks about shark hunting underwater, download shark hunting related footage. Basically, you want to collect the extra visuals based on what each scene needs. Now let's generate the voiceover. For voice generation, you can use tools like 11 Labs, or you can use Google AI Studio. Simply copy your full script and paste it into the voice generator. Then choose a middle-aged male voice with a storytelling or explainer style. I'm not recommending one exact voice here, and that's intentional. A lot of channels use the same voice, which makes them sound very similar. If you pick your own voice, or even create one that matches your channel style, your content will feel more original and more recognizable over time. Once you're happy with the result, generate the voiceover and download the audio file. Now we have everything we need: the generated images, the animated video clips, stock footage, and the voiceover. Now it's time to edit the video. For this, I use CapCut because it's free, easy to use, and perfect for this type of explainer content. Open CapCut and create a new project. Now import all of your video clips, generated images, stock footage, and the voiceover audio. The first thing I like to do is drag the voiceover audio onto the timeline first. That makes the editing process much easier because the voiceover becomes the structure of the whole video. Now, before placing the visuals, let's generate captions. Go to Text, then click Auto Captions. CapCut will automatically generate captions for the full voiceover in a minute or two. Once the captions are ready, select all of them. Now you can change the font, size, and color. For this video, I'm using this font and keeping the text black for now. After that, select all captions again and press V on your keyboard. That will disable all of them. The reason I do this is simple. We're going to use those captions as a reference while editing, instead of showing every caption automatically on screen. Now let's start building the first scene. Take your thumbnail image and drag it onto the timeline. First, add a keyframe at the beginning. Then move a little forward and add another keyframe. Now, because the narration says "Great White Shark," I want the visual to match the voice. So at the second keyframe, zoom in slowly toward the white shark. Then adjust the framing so the shark stays in the center. That small movement makes the shot feel much more alive instead of looking like a static image. Now let's add text. Go to Text, click Default Text, and place it above the image. Type "Great White Shark." Then adjust the font, size, and color so it fits the scene. I like placing it slightly under the shark image so it doesn't cover the main subject. You can also add a small animation, maybe a fade, slide, or pop-up. Use whatever fits your style. Now go back to the captions. Find the first caption and separate the part you want to use for this scene. Instead of showing the full sentence, only keep the important words. Then add a white background shape behind the text. Stretch it, rotate it a little if needed, and make it fill the area nicely. That makes the text cleaner and easier to read. Now add the shark video clip above or after the image. Adjust the timing so it matches the voiceover. You can also scale it, reposition it, or crop it depending on the shot. Basically, follow the rhythm of the narration and match the visuals to what is being said. That's the editing style I use, but you can absolutely use your own style too. The main goal is simple: Every time the narration says something important, the visual should support it. Now keep doing the same thing for the rest of the script. Use the generated images, animated clips, stock footage, text overlays, and captions to build each scene one by one. For some parts of the script, you may notice that the visual doesn't match perfectly. That's normal. When that happens, just go back to ChatGPT, ask it for a better image prompt, generate a new image, and replace it. That extra step can make the final video look much more professional. So by repeating this process, matching visuals, adding motion, text, and supporting footage, you can create a complete explainer video. Now let me show you what I made.
Great white shark. Let's talk about the ocean's most iconic predator, found in coastal waters all over the world, often surprisingly close to busy beaches where people swim every day. This creature can grow longer than a small car, about the size of a kayak, with a torpedo-shaped body, grey back and white underside that helps it blend from below. Box jellyfish. Let's talk about something drifting silently in warm coastal waters.
It looks pretty incredible, right? And that's why this niche has real potential. It takes effort. You need to research, gather visuals, create the voiceover, and edit everything together. Because of that, the content becomes much more original and much more valuable. And yes, that also makes it highly monetizable. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next big video.